Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Babble Z's gut reactions to Microsoft's E3 2016 press conference. I'm Ticketmaster, joined by
RPG Maniac 05.
Trioptical.
And Gamer 12.
So yeah, Xbox S. The leaks are true. It's real. The only, I guess, features it has that Xbox One doesn't is HDR, whatever, and like 4K something. But it's like a TV feature thing, so it's kind of weird because it's like not. It was weird. And then it's like starting at $299, which Tropical pointed out, and I have it typed, and I was like, oh, I completely like glossed over that, so it's not $299. I mean, there are models that are $299, but that's like the 2 terawatt model apparently. But there's going to be other models that are more expensive, and it's coming this August. So, maybe they'll bundle it with Deus Ex or something. Who knows? I wouldn't buy it, just saying, but that's just me.
But later they said that Forza was running on HDR. And yesterday, Gamer was telling us that it's like a color mode. It's a high dynamic range color mode, I guess.
Yeah, on TVs.
So the TV has to support it, and then
the game has to support it.
Is there like extra processing involved, or like what are we talking about here?
I don't think so. I think it's just like whether or not the hardware can support that color range.
Oh, okay. So it's not like better textures or anything like that. It's just
no.
There are more divisions between the different colors.
It's like the closest thing I could make it like refer to is like, remember that Vita revision that had like a deeper color gamut? It's pretty much just like that.
Oh, okay. Maybe less crushed blacks and stuff then on Xbox?
We'll see. and that's the thing. It's like they say, oh, this is on HDR, but you can't really show it on stream, because like mostly everyone's TV is just still on 8-bit color space. So that's weird. I don't know.
Interesting.
But hey, it's a bullet point for the new system, so.
Yeah.
One of their new systems.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
What a mess. So then after they showed that Gears of War 4, October 11, 2016, and it looks like Gears of More, as I've been calling it, and it is Gears of More because it's, if you've played Gears of War and you wanted more, there you go. Some cool combat stuff where like, oh, shoot the thingy as I launch it, and lightning from the ground while we run to the door that has a giant flesh monster at the other side of it.
I should also point out lightning doesn't work that way.
It's alien. It's space lightning.
Uh-huh.
Well, it was funny because, in the past, Gears of War, in addition to being Gears of War, it was also like the tech showcase for Unreal Engine. And now that's no longer the case, and yet the things that they were showing off that were supposed to be like really cool, like the lightning thing and the like when he shot the environment, or just like big pieces of the environment getting blown away by different physics effects. It still felt kind of like tech demo-y. It's like, oh, look what Unreal Engine can do. It's like, but you guys are Microsoft. Like, you shouldn't care about that anymore. You're not trying to sell Unreal Engine anymore. I thought that was interesting.
And then at the end of the trailer, there was Marcus Phoenix, all old and grizzled, and maybe
Old
coming
Phoenix.
back. Yeah. Also, it's funny because like when they started the demo, they're like, "Oh, your mom's been kidnapped, and you're out, and you like need to save her." And I was like, "Damsel in distress," and I was like triggered. So Anita's out there somewhere, and you might hear about this, Microsoft. You might want to do something about that. But hey, whatever. So
did everyone's audio cut out at the end?
Mine didn't cut out at the end. It cut it out like at one point when they were doing something, but then it came back. My stream was like a bit chuggy, but then it didn't. It never crapped out. But no, I didn't have anything like.
It's like on the YouTube stream, the girl said something. I'll broadcast this, and then.
Oh yeah, they censored that. I think
what it was.
I think they censored that.
I think it was just censored.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
what
she say? I was like, whatever.
Oh, it was censored. Okay.
I think if it wasn't last year, like the year before, like there was something and like they totally like just said it, and I was like, ooh, they went there. But now it's like they censored it. It's kind of like, oh well, way to put the clothes back on. So,
they're worried about all the 10-year-olds.
All the Minecraft fans that are tuning in just to see the
like,
Minecraft.
Mom, I wanted to see Minecraft, and these people are yelling explicatives on the screen
At my face.
She was like, broadcast this and this and this and this. I was like, Mom, I don't even know what half these words are.
Your mom. I'm not networked up. I mean, I'm kind of networked to other people. What do you want from me, lady?
I just want to say, like, who hurt you? Ooh. Poor kids.
Oh, go ahead.
It was sort of weird. Like, I guess it's a new enemy. They're called the Swarm, and yet
They look
kind of like the same enemies.
They do.
It's like, oh, drones. Like, wait, I think they were called drones before. And then the little like crawling guys were called something else,
Tiggers.
and now they have a different name, and it's like, okay,
And the enemies still use guns for some reason.
Yeah.
yeah. So they're still intelligent.
Well, I mean, aliens.
Are they-
So, was it were they playing co-op or was it single player?
It was
It appeared that they were
It
playing
was
co-op,
co-op.
but they were only showing off from one person's perspective.
Okay. Because it's like the AI would go over, or I thought it was the AI would go over and like grab weapons and make dude bro comments about them. It's like, oh yeah. It didn't feel like there was much danger. I think it was very like, oh yeah, awesome. Now I'm gonna go around and shoot stuff with this thing. It's like, oh yeah, I found this thing. Yeah, what's up? So yes, Gears of more Gears.
Mm.
And then after
That
go ahead.
weapon was ridiculous.
Oh,
the Ratchet Clank
Sagan.
weapon.
Yeah,
It's like,
the
that makes no
Ratchet-
sense. In a real life situation, why would you want the saw blade to go like bounce back towards your face? Like
Because-
chainsaw, okay, I get it because it's a chainsaw, but like this gun makes completely no sense.
How did
Obviously,
it happen
gamer,
to you?
everyone in
Like,
the future is masters of physics, so they're prepared for these inevitabilities. They're like, I could dodge everything that comes at me. It's cool, guys.
Billiards. Billiards is the game of the future.
And also, yeah, like they added some like other melee kill, where, like he stabbed them with some sort of like dagger knife thing. I was like, okay, you have a bayonet on your chainsaw, but I guess if you don't have it out, you can just stab. Whatever.
Actually, this part was the first game that they were talking about Xbox Play Anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is the new program. Internally, the leak was that it was called Project Helix. Basically, games would be on all their platforms, so Windows 10 and Xbox One, and it's essentially it's cross-buy and with crossplay.
Yep.
I think crossplay is the bigger, more important feature. Crossplay for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely for us, because we don't have Xbox Ones.
So yeah, I can play the gamer if I get a Windows 10 gaming PC, which
I know.
yeah.
But you guys do, right? You updated.
I have Windows 10 on one of my PCs. It's not my gaming one.
Okay.
A, B. I'm not sure the video card can like run anything that's like past like 2 years ago or something. So or past like the last generation of consoles.
Well, that's
So-
like the best thing about PC. You can play it on anything.
That's true.
I still haven't upgraded to Windows 10, so yeah.
I mean, since we're getting into it, like, I feel like I would rather get a new awesome PC than an
Yes.
Xbox, even though like it's gonna cost way more, but it also has like way more utility.
Yep.
And then, then it's basically gonna be like, oh, these are all PC games. Like right now, my laptop can play Forza Apex, I think it's called, the free-to-play one that they released on Windows 10. And it runs fine until you get to the faster cars, and then it just can't keep up. So, all that stuff, like if it's compatible across all hardware that's running the same Windows 10 platform, then it's like, well, now I have that. If I get $1,000 PC, then it will be way more awesome, and then I'll also be able to do things like, not spend 5 minutes rendering a podcast and all these stuff.
Actually use your computer for computer things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then they showed Killer Instinct, new character, General Rom.
I don't know who that is, so I was just like, yay!
The
He was
main
the
villain
guy
from the first Gears of War.
in the first one, right?
Yeah.
What was the what were those things that kill you if you're not in the light? Do you remember what those
I
were
don't even
called?
remember, dude. I don't even
Drill?
remember.
Magic.
That might be
I
it.
don't know.
He had that, and it seemed to function as like
A shield of some
a shield. Yeah, a one-hit
sort.
absorbing
Like FGO
shield.
Fireball.
And I guess his signature move is lifting people by the neck and stabbing them in the chest. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's the second time I've seen him do that to someone.
It is pretty cool that Killer Instinct is becoming like their Super Smash Brothers
Yeah.
for Xbox.
They're like,
Just put
every-
Conquer in
just
there,
Throw
who
everybody
cares?
in there. Just throw them all in there, guys. Just throw them all in there. Put a pinata in there. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's turned into like Super Smash Brothers Xbox Edition, but a 3D fighting game.
Pretty much. I mean,
1v1.
pretty much.
It's weird.
It
We
makes
added
sense.
guest characters every year, and now it's like not even Killer Instinct, but we'll call it Killer Instinct, whatever. So,
Yeah, because people aren't really getting killed in the game anymore. It's just like they're just getting defeated.
Yeah. But like
Except
the
when you get a-
aesthetic of their characters, it's like if they were to make a real Smash Brothers type game, it would feel kind of strange.
yeah,
Cutesy, Master Chief.
that is actually a good point.
This game was also Xbox Play Anywhere.
I think every game.
I think all of them were.
Almost every
Unless-
game was. Almost every game was. This one is actually already out on PC. General RAM is free for the month. And I think, yeah, on PC it's free to play, right?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Oh, Killer Instinct?
Yeah.
No, you have to buy it,
Oh, really?
I think.
Well, then.
No idea.
Well, there was also a tease in the middle for the a new skin for the Elite controller, or just like a new Elite controller that was all Gears themed.
Oh yeah, there was that. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. Yeah. But it's like Rick said. Well, we have another part where they like had some like Xbox One controller stuff, so it's like they had them separate for some reason. But yeah, we'll get to it.
Yep.
And then they showed Forza Horizon 3 September 27th, 2016, also Play Anywhere, and they had someone. They did this like co-op demo where they had like person on Xbox One, person on Xbox S, and then two people on Windows 10 gaming PCs, and I was like, dude. I'm like at that point I was like I'd had it with the whole like shoving down my throat of you can play this on Windows 10 Tekken, you can play this on Windows 10 Tekken. It's like dude,
Like, it was
dude,
annoying.
dude, I don't have a Windows 10 PC, gaming PC at that. Are you gonna buy me one? Are you gonna buy me one? Then shut the f up about it, because like it's like it's not like money's just like falling from the sky for me to like buy some sweet gaming PC or some sweet console that you just announced. So it's like shut the f up, please. You're really making me annoyed.
They were like really in your face about it too, because it's like everything was like,
It's like,
and
hey,
also,
hey, if you don't have an
Windows
Xbox One, if you don't have Xbox S, you have a Windows 10 gaming PC. Oh, well, all right, well, never mind then.
I think it was more of a demo of like how co-op is well integrated within
Yeah.
Xbox One, Xbox space, whatever.
because it was supposed to be like seamless co-op jump in or something like that. So
But it's like it's weird because like we've seen that already in like games before. Like I was playing Helldivers with PS Vita players. I was playing what's that other games with PS Vita players. It's old news. Like I don't know. They think it's
Well,
new for them, but
Yeah, that's true. Like technology-wise, we've seen that type of stuff before. I think implementation-wise, I mean, the most recent examples I think that lots of people had contact with were Destiny and The Division, and those are not seamless at all. Like Destiny is like, oh, you want to join this person right next to
it
you?
is not.
Go back to orbit. Come back down. It's like, I was already here. This one is actually seamless. Like
standing right
you-
next to him. Like,
Yeah, I was
It's like,
like,
oh, we're
you
both in
click
the tower.
button.
We're not on the same fire team. Sorry, gotta go back to orbit. I'll be right back. Oh.
This one, it was just like instant, your weather, the traffic patterns, the time of day, everything just syncs to the host once you push the button, and then you're just there in their world. I was like, that's really cool.
And it's cool that there's like a visual in Forza though. In I don't know if it happens in other games, but in Forza there was like a visual aspect where the guy gets dropped down in a parachute
Hmm.
into the racetrack. That was pretty cool. It was like, whoa, Motorstorm.
How was that one guy racing a helicopter? I just
Those are the kind of events that they have in Horizon. There's one like because they've done it on Top Gear, and they're like, oh, that would be cool. Like it's like a checkpoint race where you're in a car and your opponent is in a plane, but because like the plane can't make as tight turns, it has to like sort of loop back around to go through the checkpoints, and it's like who's faster to get through all the checkpoints.
oh, that's cool, I guess. Because I mean, they were like, yeah, he's racing this Jeep that's being carried by a helicopter. I was like, wait, what? That's not all right.
What was the one they did on Top Gear? I think it was like two cars or a car and a attack chopper, and I forget which ones they were, but they had like I think they were snake themed name vehicles, and I was just like, oh, that's kind of cool.
It's probably the Dodge Viper and the Cobra.
There we go,
That
Viper.
sounds about right. Yeah.
It was neat. I was like, this is insane, but sort of cool.
Hmm.
And
Weird.
also, it takes place in Australia, down under. Though it was weird because there's a bunch of like jungle and foliage, and I was like, does Australia look like that? Because I've seen documentaries and
I'm
stuff
saying
about the
Australia's like a
outback,
desert.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
I was like, is there a jungle part of Australia? Because now I'm kind of wondering. Because I'm like, I
Not
think
a
they
lot
might
of
have.
Australia.
I think they might have got that part wrong. Unless there's.
Because from my understanding, like it's generally like a massive desert out there, so it's not like
Yeah.
But just the middle.
jungles. But who knows?
Maybe there is.
I think new to Horizon, and I didn't play that far in 2 or 1, but there were like buggies and like racing trucks and
Yeah, it was weird. Like in the trailer, there's like a lot of emphasis on buggies. Because at first I was like, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
Horizon. I mean, this is a Forza game." But then they started showing like these other vehicles, and I was like, "Is it Forza? Maybe not." I already tweeted it. I was like, "Crap, I don't want to be wrong," but I wasn't wrong. So I was like,
I don't want to be wrong.
"Oh, it's like sweet supercars," and I was like, "Well, it's got to be a Forza, right? Right?" And this Forza, I was like, "Okay, phew, that's
I just
close."
deleted your tweet and then just tweeted out something else and pretended like you didn't say Forza.
you got hacked for one tweet.
And then after Forza, they showed Recore, no release date given. It looks okay.
So it looks like it's not just a core thing that you stick into different bodies and make them come to life. It looked like you have a bunch of little sort of mech companions, and they all do different stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yay, I guess. Like,
That's fun.
I don't know. Seeing the gameplay stuff, it was kind of just like,
Like,
I don't know.
Microsoft Snack.
It kind of reminded me of like Ratchet and Clank, except like the character doesn't hold all these gadgets. It's like you have these gadgets that run around with you.
I guess so. I mean, and then there's like the one's robot, like entire purpose is just to be like a grappling point.
Yeah.
Hey, I can
Oh
do nothing
yeah, I
else
tweet
except
RPG.
for
Oh look,
grappling
RPG
point.
more grappling hooks.
Like you created an entire robot just for that. Like with all that technology, you created a grappling point. That was, yeah, it's weird.
This one was also a Xbox Play Anywhere game.
Play anywhere.
And then after that, we had a very demo of Final Fantasy 15 coming in September.
Oh.
Okay, is it September 30th? Because I saw someone tweet it was like
September
sooner than
30th.
that. Okay, September 30th,
it's
2016.
Wow.
It was
Demo was
kind of
just
it was kind of blood, dude.
bad.
It was just like a Titan swinging its arm and then Noctis dodging and like interacting with him.
Or not,
And not even dodging.
Or
I
not
was about to say
dodging.
He got
dodging.
hit a lot. I think he went down.
He almost got party wiped at one point. It was like
Yeah, like one of the NPCs like ran over and gave him a potion. Was like, "Are you okay, dude?" And I was like, "Wow." It was
What is happening?
it was not a good demo.
And the thing is, like, when he finished it, it was basically just like a 30-second long demo. It's like he gets the hand, they put Blizzard on it, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that supposed to be it?
They didn't even like wear him down or anything. It seems like they were basically just buying time until he got to the end of it, and he's like, okay, now we can just finish this. And then like, it was not a good demo. It was not a good demo at all.
What did they describe at the beginning? They said it was something like a 3-way battle. Were were those
it was
other
supposed
guys
to
like
be-
fighting the Titan too?
They were the Imperial or whatever they're called in the game. Like the guys with the guns were all shooting at him too. But I guess there's more going on than story wise. But once again, it was just like not. It was just not well done at all.
The Titan was just like, huh, swoop, and
Basically.
like everyone went down. I was like, swoop again. I was like, what are we watching?
I feel like no one practiced this. It's like they were just like, here's the demo, and you're going to be surprised just like everybody else. We play because here you go. It's like, but I don't own an Xbox. It's fine. It's fine. The controller's similar to the DualShock. You'll pick it up quickly. It was just a mess. It was just a mess.
I think the problem was, like, in the first couple seconds, he fell from the hand, and then that's where he panicked. It's like, oh shit.
It's like mistakes for me. Mistakes for me. Like abandoned the demo, abandoned everything. Yeah, he just like whoever that guy that was playing it just didn't look like he knew what he was doing like at all.
Hang on,
Like-
I'll be right back.
So that was just very poorly done. So if anybody was like on the fence about it, that probably was just like, nope, guess I'm not buying this.
Yeah, I was
game
like
now.
waiting to be blown away, and then like the demo was like, ugh, and then like I retweeted that, and I was thinking at the same time, I was like, yep, dude, it was bad. It was bad.
That is not how you sell your game at all. So it's like, it's sad because it's like that could have been like a potentially awesome boss battle, but then it just failed.
Yeah, it's like the whole time I was thinking, this is why I prefer traditional JRPGs where I just sit there and we trade fighting, turn-based style, because look at this, this is a mess. This doesn't look fun at all.
It's kind of disappointing. It's like you think, oh, is this game gonna be full of like context-sensitive, quick-time events where something has to happen at a certain point, and there's something that you can't just actually do yourself.
It was just, yeah.
I was like, at least the music's cool. Noctis's theme is playing. Yeah.
At least the music is cool. It's great. I'm not sure how I feel about the voice actors either.
Oh yeah, it was a bit.
One of
that
them
one
was
guy.
very jarring.
Because I was just like, wait, you shut up. You just shut up right now. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. It was
The
weird.
super chipper happy one. But then it looked like at one point, didn't he change to one of the other characters with his big sword?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did. It's they showed it off in one of the previous trailers where like they showed the one guy throwing the daggers. I forget his name, but the one with the accent. That one. I think it's my Prompto gameplay picture. So Prompto's the annoying blonde one. That's not. I know his name. Can't stand him. But yes. So I think it's probably going to be like a gameplay option in some way, shape, or form, but it was just poorly shown.
Alright, well, Tropical's back so we can continue. And then they showed the Division Underground DLC trailer, which was super disappointing because I was like, Division, I'm off the boat. I am not playing this game. And I was like, please hook me, please, like, let me back into your loving arms. And it was just like a trailer I've already seen. And like, June 28th date for the DLC, the Underground, which we already knew about because I think they already showed it like on YouTube or whatever. So I was like, I am disappointed, and they just like moved on to the next thing. I was like, wait, what was that? Like, I was like, no game.
Like, first on Xbox One is the thing they need.
I think
that
that's
they
what
wanted
it
to
was.
show.
Yeah. It's the fact that it was there first.
And then Gamer was like,
Which-
I want you to play this until August. What? No.
Yep, end of August. So I'm out.
I don't know, because it's like the Division. I haven't even been hearing much about people even playing it. It's like once it got released, it kind of like people were just
Yeah, I think
not
everybody on my friend
even-
list has dropped it.
Yeah, I don't see anybody on my friends list playing it anymore. So I'm like, is this still like a thing, or like people are just like,
No, they messed up the end game pretty bad. Like they introduced which is like the equivalent of like light levels to the game, and that was a bad decision.
That is a bad decision, let me tell ya, because that grind, that grind will change a person. It changed me. Just saying. just go listen to the podcast from like before Destiny came out. I was a much happier person, and
Was.
yeah, I'm a change. Destiny has changed me. That grind changed
There's
me.
been a lot of people ranting since Destiny happened.
Pagan is a much angrier person after that game. Darkseid has come out.
Especially game. It's
And
like,
then-
man,
And then it got even weirder because like Battlefield 1, but then they just like did like what they just did to like show, oh, we have this first, and it's like, but it's like a week early for early access, which you can only get on Xbox One, whatever. And it's like, oh, let's show the trailer, and it's the same trailer from the EA conference, and it's like, okay, and I was like, oh, I was like, what? And then, yeah, that was it. So
I mean, I guess they're assuming not everyone watches everything.
Well, yeah, I
so
mean,
it's like
I can get
to
that,
excite
but
their own fans.
kinda
Like,
annoying.
hey, check it out, this thing.
or people that haven't seen it yet, or didn't watch it on at the conference, or just haven't seen
Yeah.
it yet on the internet somewhere. So, yeah.
which is probably highly unlikely, but
You mainstream casuals out there checking out the E3 stream that haven't seen anything else. Here you go. And then we moved on to Xbox Live, adding a lot of features that we've seen somewhere else before. Chin stroking.
guys, they're trying. Just leave them alone. It's like I know a lot of people were all like, "Oh my gosh, they're just copying PlayStation stuff." And it's like, but I mean, they've been trying to do they've been trying to do something similar for like a while now, just not well. So it's like they've been trying, man. They've been trying.
Well, I remember when the Tables Return RPG, and it was a whole different tune. So
Yes.
I'm not cutting any slack at all.
Gosh.
No, I what I would say is like this is that thing that I've been saying where it's like Xbox has always followed in the footsteps of PlayStation, and this generation when they're down, they're doing the things that PlayStation did, where it was like, oh yeah, we're like doing stuff like Xbox Live, and we're like investing in sort of exclusive franchises that probably aren't going to sell that many, but someday when we're back on top, it'll be okay.
Someday.
So yeah, features added. Background music. So, yeah. That. Language region independence. I thought that was weird, but whatever. If you want that, there you go. Cortana on Xbox One. Clubs on Xbox Live, which is basically communities. And they said communities like after that, and I was like, why didn't... I guess they can't call it that. Maybe there's some sort of like common, whatever.
It would have been too obvious if they would have called it.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, wait a
It's like
minute.
he's like clubs on Xbox Live, which allows you to bring your community or something. And I was like, wait, you just said,
Yeah.
it's like, why didn't you just whatever? So I guess they just gotta like change it to be like, well, we can't have the same name as PlayStation because then people are like, no, they'll know. Not that they don't know already.
I know they already.
And then looking for group on Xbox Live, which I was like, whoa, that is. I'm not sure if you want to do that, dude, because I've been down the LFG rabbit hole, and let me tell you, it's a 50-50, just like Gamer tweeted out. It's like 50% awesome, 50% you're effed. So have fun with that.
Yeah, because somebody
Also,
else
Stranger
tweeted,
Danger on
like,
Xbox Live, definitely not a place I want to be. Definitely not a place I want to be.
Yeah, 'cause somebody on my Twitter feed was just like, "Yeah, this is gonna turn into Craigslist real fast." I was like, that's
I was
kinda-
thinking the same thing. I was like, so is LFG on Xbox Live like gonna be like the new Tinder or something? You're just like looking at descriptions and who's inviting, and it's like, yeah, I'll just swipe right on this person. I don't know, man. I'm scared. And then you like finally find a match, and it's like, oh, all right, let's do this.
like no drama. Also, like long walks on the beach.
Oh man, that's I wonder if it's gonna be a thing of like descriptions for LFG groups on Xbox Live.
Got to be open to new things. Like, wait, what? What's happening right now?
But then they did like add something cool, which was I thought this was cool, the arena on Xbox Live, because it made me think of like arena back in G4 times of like yeah, and it's like a esports platform of like whoever wants to do it with their developer partners of just being in for like some sort of like tournaments and online competitions. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I wouldn't mind seeing something like that being on the PlayStation platform, where it's streamlined and I can be a ringer and just play games all day and hopefully win some money. So yeah.
Did you get down what the initial games are? It was like World of Tanks, Smite,
I did not.
and a third one that neither of us can remember.
It might have been Madden or some EA game, maybe.
No, they announced that later. Like EA is gonna join later,
So I remember them
and
saying
like
something like
FIFA
that.
is gonna be part of that.
I don't remember.
Okay.
And then the Minecraft section where I kind of tuned out, dudes. I'm sorry, because it was like
I
a game
kinda
I don't
too.
like or care about or never played, and I have negative connotations with this game, so it's like whatever, dude. And then they're
feel
just like
like-
trying to sell stuff while they're doing it. It's like, oh, check out John Carmack with his VR
Sure.
helmet on. And look at this sweet texture pack we got coming, and this, and then like yeah, after the texture pack thing, I like blanked out, and they like had some sort of like map pack come in, and I was like, I didn't catch it, and I was like Minecraft something something, so maybe Trioptical got it, I didn't get it, so yeah.
I just,
Sure.
I just wish
Basically, the
Minecraft didn't look like Minecraft. Then it probably would have been more appealing.
they called it the friendly update coming today because it removes the barriers between platforms. So people on Xbox Live, iOS, Android, and Windows 10 can all like crossplay, and that's why they showed a person playing on a tablet, a iPad,
in the VR.
and a Gear VR system. And then, yeah, it was interesting the way they worded all these crossplay. It's like, oh, we enabled it for all the platforms that will allow it. So I guess like PlayStation is not on board yet.
They were just like,
Um,
nah, bro, you don't want your crap.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Then they announced Minecraft Realms, which are going to be dedicated servers.
That's what the something something was.
Yes.
Did you really write
basically,
something in your notes?
Yeah, I did.
your Minecraft world or whatever you created lives on with you being offline because it's on a server somewhere. They didn't really say like how available these are going to be, like if you have to pay for them or whatever. And then then it was like the texture packs. They showed off a city texture packs coming, or I guess there are texture packs, but now they'll come to the Pocket versions and Windows 10. And then in the fall, there's going to be like add-ons and stuff where you can change the behavior of the mods, give them different abilities, and I guess they're working towards a fully moddable version of Minecraft. Realms are available for free trial right now. You have to sign up somewhere, and then I guess they're going to have more news at Minecon in September.
Oakley dokley. And then they had this Xbox One controller design lab thing where just like a ton of controller and colors and customization thingies. But then like it was on the screens like so shortly, I just got like design lab. So I'm not sure if there's like a date or some website or when they're going out or like the price is higher or whatever. So well, I might look into it, whatever. But I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then there's like not enough details after the fact. I was like, oh.
Because it would be nice if like more controllers kind of did stuff like that. Because it's like we rarely ever get, especially with like PlayStation stuff. Like we rarely get like the cool like
know.
special effects controls and stuff. So it's like,
It's like, and this Japanese exclusive. Oh.
Well,
Like, we
so
should-
this is going to be interesting because it's basically like the Moto X is the only one I can think of where it's like you order your phone from Motorola and you get to choose like the colors that it's made up of, and like you can have it engraved, and the welcome
Engraved
screen is different.
controllers. What?
So yeah, like
Oh wait, I
that's
thought.
what they
I'm
showed on
sorry.
the
I think you.
controllers.
Wait. You can engrave controllers?
Yeah, they were showing like you could put custom text.
Oh
on the
man.
controllers.
Oh man. Oh man. Embrace eternity. Embrace eternity. Like it's gonna be blue, and like, that's it, man. Oh
Blue
my
and
god.
purple. Blue and other blue.
I might have to.
Yeah,
I might have to get an
so-
Xbox One just for this, just to have like an Atari controller and be like, Liara. Actually, no. What am I
Could you
thinking?
sure-
Ah, I'm sorry.
You could use a controller on PC.
Yeah.
You make
Gamer, you're a genius. You're a genius, gamer. Oh my gosh. I was like, how am I going to use this controller? I was like, I'm not going to buy an Xbox PC. Yes. I am going to buy one whenever that like goes live. I am totally doing that. I'm going to like buy more than one. I'm going to have an Optimus Prime one with like blue and red. I'm going to spend a ridiculous amount of money on these. It's good job, Microsoft. I was like thinking, oh, this is kind of cool. And now I'm like, dude, I can already like just think of the stupid combinations in my brain.
They
Custom-
they listed a website.
Yeah, custom controllers start at $80.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's the interesting part. Like, you know, when you're not making them at scale, then it's like they cost more per unit. And the other thing is like if they're going to be custom like this, then they can't be making them in like
In
China
mass.
and stuff like that because it's going to be
In China.
super expensive for them in China to make one controller. and then ship individual controllers to the US.
Yeah, that's true.
So they might have to start making them here or in Mexico.
Now I need to like make a Windows 10 gaming PC to play Mass Effect Andromeda on, because I'll have a whole family of controllers to switch every day. I just thought of like find peace in the embrace of the goddess of like a Samara one. It's all red. And blue. Sorry. I'm gonna be thinking about this like for the rest of the day. I'm sorry. This is like, oh, what have you done, Microsoft? You ruined me.
It is a cool idea.
Oh,
it's really
so good.
The website, what's it called? It's xbox.com/Xbox Design Labs.
I'm typing that in right now.
It doesn't
Design
launch
Lab.
until this fall.
Oh, curses.
Foiled again.
Yep. I'll just use those $80 to put into my PSN wallet for the Now on PSN Today and the Sony conference. So, score one for you, Sony.
Provided they actually do that. But yes.
Last Guardian.
Gosh.
So after the Xbox One controller design lab awesomeness, inside there's like a shirt. It was weird. It was like I thought it was gonna be a demo. It was just a trailer, I guess, and then like a date, and then they went into their whole idea at Xbox section, and then also they said Limbo would be free on Xbox One starting today. I'm not sure if that's like forever or for like a week or a month, but they said it's free, so there you go. Then like I did Xbox montage after the dude came out and talked. We didn't say anything like important, so I didn't type it, so whatever. And then we got Cuphead, we got Outlast, we got Deliver the Monda Flint Hook. Wait a minute, I might have typed 2.
I think it's Deliver Us to the Moon.
Oh, yeah, I just want to say you like really.
I forgot to hit enter there.
That one.
I'm sorry. I was typing really fast because like I was behind, and then I was like typing, and then like I was like trying to make sure I got like the names right, and then like they keep flashing them, whatever. So yeah, Cuphead, Outlast, Deliver the Moon, Dave Flint Hook, or whatever. Bar, Slime Rancher, Shadow Tactics, which I was like, yes, a strategy RPG game, but it's on Xbox One. Whatever. My dreams came true. There's finally an SRPG out and current gen. Yes. Figment, the culling for the
XCOM will be out later this year anyway. So
I'd rather play the first one. Just saying. Figment, the culling for the king, Beacon, Stardew Valley, Hand of Fate 2, Below, Raiders of the Broken Planet, Bloodstained. That I just put Bloodstained because we all know what the game is, like the Bloodstained blah 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 blah, damn curse blah blah blah.
all those words.
All those words. Ukulele and Everspace.
Now, was Raiders of whatever was that from Mercury Stream?
I don't remember, dude.
Yep.
I
that
was
what
just
it
typing
said?
the names.
Yeah,
That was like the really good looking
Ooh.
third person game or whatever.
Yeah.
it's like a 4 against 1 type of game.
Oh, really?
So it's
Yeah.
like Evolve?
Yep.
It's like Mario Party. Yay!
Huh.
Or now defunct Fable Legends.
Awkward.
And then we had a gameplay reveal of We Happy Few, and it looks amazing, and it's coming July 26th to early access. Or maybe it's July 26th overall, I don't remember. Because they said early access, but I was like, okay, so it's like, but they said like first
yeah.
on console, but I was like, is that early access, or is that like when it comes out at July 26th? I was like, well, whatever, so. Confused.
July 26th is the start of the game preview. Xbox game preview. Of that one.
That's pretty cool.
It looks very disturbing, and I can't wait to play it. I was like,
it was weird.
it's one of those Bioshock games, but it's not a Bioshock game.
Yeah. And when he was like hitting the pinata, I was
Yeah.
like,
I was like, when the blood
like
splattered, I was
that.
like,
And
wait.
then it showed, I was like,
It got dark, and I was like,
That's
ooh, I like
why.
this. This is
That's
my cup of
why.
tea right here. I want more. And then CD Projekt Red came out, or a representative of them, and then they showed Gwent, the Witcher card game, and a closed beta for that will be coming September 2016. So look forward to that very soon. And then Harada-san came out, and he was all looking cool in some sweet snazzy kimono garb, and I was like, ooh, Harada, you're looking all dramatic all the time. And then yeah, Tekken 7 we finally got a date, early 2017. oh, 2017 is so stacked. It's so stacked. Oh, and then the gameplay demo, it was so good. It was so good. It was like Hahachi versus Akuma, and there's all these like prompts. But then like the prompts came up because I thought it was a cutscene. But then it's like gameplay, and then it's like story mode, and then they're fighting. It was good. It was good, dude. I was super pumped. I was super pumped. It was like it looks so good. And then like after they're fighting, and then like Akuma did like Rage Demon on him, and then it's like ooh, next part is a good scene. And then like it did that thing where it like ends when they're about to like they're both about to hit each other, and it's like ooh, fade out. Coming next year. It's like, oh, it looks so good. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's like, oh, I can't wait. I'm so pumped. It's like, oh, I got what I wanted. That's like one of my top 3 most wanted. So we're 2 for 2 here with Mass Effect and Tekken 7. So you know,
It was weird because it's like initially I thought it was gonna be like a Street Fighter announcement because when the Colonel popped in, I was like, wait. But then when they panned over to Hayachi, I was like, oh, okay, so it's like a Tekken thing. But I thought it was gonna be like the Tekken Cross Street Fighter
that game.
Because it's the game that was announced and never came out. But then it's like, oh, it's Tekken 7.
And then they said that free Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for gold members all week. So there you go. On Xbox One, I believe. I'm not sure if that's also on 360. So,
They
and
didn't care during that event.
they sure did not. And then they showed Dead Rising, which is coming this holiday. So that's a very boom out of nowhere. Here you go. One looks like Dead Rising. So you know, if you like Dead Rising, there you go.
More stuff.
Played the first one, and that's
Frank West is
about
back.
it. So yeah,
There was a fire-breathing Triceratops mask.
I think that's not historically accurate.
Exosuits.
Like,
How do you
like
know?
way more
You weren't
vehicles.
there.
I don't feel like dinosaurs breathe fire, but you know, it's cool.
Well, we have these fictional characters called dragons, and they breathe fire, and they look a lot like dinosaurs. I mean, sure, nobody that's like seen a dragon has seen a dinosaur, but you know, you could cross the streams. It's whatever, man. Multiverse or something.
I don't know, man. But I don't know. I just
Now
like,
I'm wondering, RPG, were there fire-breathing dinosaurs? I'm pretty sure there weren't, but now my brain is like, I can't stop thinking about it. It's like, because there's like no fire-breathing animals at all on Earth currently, so actually I'm like, actually RPG is probably right. I wanted to be wrong, but I'm like, I want to believe there's fire-breathing animals in the prehistoric
No, you do
time.
not. Because it's like, no, you do not.
Because then we're
Or
gonna
you
like
think
drill a hole into the ocean,
adaptation-wise,
and a kaiju's gonna pop
you-
out, and we're like, we found it, guys. It's one of the fire breathers. We thought they didn't exist, but we were wrong.
That would be a very terrifying experience. Because it's like, hey, remember that one time animals were already strong enough to like manhandle us? They now breathe fire too. So it's like, yay! So no, you do not want that. That is not a thing you want. So, but yeah, I was not excited because I'm like, it's Dead Rising. It's basically a what are those? The Musho?
Muso.
A Muso game.
Wow.
No, it's basically one of those, except with zombies. When you think about it, so it's like,
Yeah, there's more Dead Rising than that.
eh,
There's just a
is
lot
there
of
though?
that as well.
Is there? I mean,
There's a lot of surviving and grinding from the last one. Well, I only played the first one, so I'm not sure if they
Yeah, the
changed
first
that.
but yeah.
And crafting, and saving other people, and weird boss fights, and weird characters, and psychopaths. Were you gonna say something, Tropical?
Nothing serious.
Okay.
So never mind.
Nothing serious.
And then Microsoft Game Studios. It was weird, dude. It was weird because it wasn't like, here's our game that you don't know about that we've been working on. It was just like Microsoft Game Studios, and like they're talking. It's like, but then it's like basically, I just put in parentheses, we write big checks for developers because that's basically what they said. They're like, oh, we're going to work with the most amazing talent in games and support them. Blah 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 blah. And I even tweeted out, I was like, translation, we're going to write them a big check and hope their AAA awesome skills translate into an awesome game. So whatever, man. And then they like just went into like what they've been working on at Microsoft Game Studios. So, and the money that they've been or the fruits of their labor. So we got Scalebound. That was a pretty good demo. I mean, I honestly kind of like don't care as much anymore because like before I guess I didn't realize it was like a Monster Hunter game, and I'm kind of not about that anymore.
It's not a Monster Hunter.
Is that just the multiplayer mode then?
Yeah. No, that was a
That was-
boss battle.
That was just the boss battle.
But there's like
it's
multiple U's with dragons.
that was
Yeah.
a co-op. There's a co-op boss battle.
Yep.
But the game itself is more. It's kind of like Devil May Cry would be a more accurate like comparison to what it is. I just use
I
Monster
don't
Hunter
know.
as a comparison because
Guess
of
I'll
the way
wait
the
for
boss
more
battle was set
gameplay.
up.
But yeah, they fought this giant monster, and then like the whole time the character was like saying what to do. So unlike Monster Hunter, you're gonna know what you're gonna need to do to take stuff down. So like everybody will be screaming it the whole time at you.
Like get good or go home. We don't need your crappy hunters here.
And then also 2017, because 2017 is just so loaded, and yeah, primed and ready to fire. Sea of Thieves, Rare's game, no release date given, and then they show the gameplay demo of people playing it, and it was one of those division of like, we don't sound like that when we play. This is kind of that one word I can't think of right now.
Scripted.
That, but there's another
Fake?
one. Cringeworthy, that. Because it was
Oh.
just like one person was like really overpowering everybody in the conversation, like wouldn't shut up, and everybody else was just like talking, but like saying stuff I wouldn't say, and it was just like, I think they had like two groups of people because like two different ships, but it looked okay. I mean, after seeing that, it just like confirms what I realized when I played Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry of like, there's a lot of material here in the swashbuckling adventure parody
Pirated.
pirate genre to just make more games. There's just
I don't think
so much
pirates
material
are
to
wrong.
mine and like adventures to have, and I'm surprised it hasn't been overused like space marines and stuff. It's like that's like a tier of like we found like the missing tier of like where to go if you want to have like a generic game in some setting. Just make a pirate game because I think it's going to work because there's stuff to do and you have a boat. You just transport yourself somewhere and go get in adventures or look for treasure. It'll be fun. It's a fun time to be had. Just saying.
Is it though?
I think it is.
We should test out that banter one day when we're like playing a game and see if it works.
So I was like, oh, talking about when we play Destiny is like, stuff and weird stuff, or how much we hate the game. So this is completely wrong. I was never gonna like have like people playing the game like talking about how they hate it as they play it. So I was like, this is never gonna be like the Tekken experience at E3. You're never gonna get that. When you
Someone
play
like going on a full long rant during the demo.
like you guys want to tell you how I feel about this game?
Guys,
Oh,
he's at it
I'll
again.
tell you about how I feel about this game and the grind I've been through. Oh, let me tell you. 3 hours later. Shut up, Tekken. It's all your fault, Tekken. Focus, Tekken. We're in the middle of raid, Tekken.
Like he goes from ranting about not getting gear to talking about his favorite type of pies. It's a very weird experience.
So guys, I got some raid pie. It'll give us good luck, except for me, because I always get the terrible loot jobs. Oh, it didn't work. Whatever.
Like guys, if you want real gamer banter, just hire us. Just hire us to do your actual gameplay demos. It will be entertaining, I assure you.
Especially Gamer, because he likes to swear.
They'd have to like censor out his entire like okay, just cut his feet. Just cut his feet.
Just
Okay.
cut his feet. So then we got one of the few new games that we didn't know was coming, but I think it was leaked because the Gamer said something about it.
It was leaked.
Yeah, so State of Decay coming next year as well. Also seen a pattern here, 2017. If you got an Xbox One, keep waiting and keep waiting some more because you're gonna want to
No.
pass on the Xbox S, but we'll get to that. Probably because of all these 2017 games that it's like, oh, do I want to play it on this or do I want to play it on that? Yeah, no gameplay,
Or
just a
you want
trailer.
to get that?
Or that, yes. Or maybe keep waiting and there'll be something even better because, hey, if they keep doing this, maybe they will just crash the industry again because, I mean, me and RPG have been predicting it, we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm kind of scared now because they went there. Halo Wars 2, that was a cool trailer, but it was no gameplay. There's like all like slow motion-y as the two commanders like walk towards each other in the battlefield of like, yeah, let's point at it, let's stare down. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Ooh, Covenant versus humans. Ooh. So yeah, Halo Wars 2 coming February 21st, 2017. Oh, I guess they did share some gameplay of like the beta people had been playing or whatever. The people that had early access, whatever.
The beta starts today, and it goes for the next week.
Yep. And then in partnership with Creative Assembly is what they said. So, Creative Assembly, cha-ching for you guys. And then they ended it really weird on a hardware announcement where we had already had a hardware announcement at the beginning. So this conference was like book-ended by hardware announcements of Xbox S. And then like you could feel the buildup. Like you could just sense it. And then like in my Twitter feed, I could just like see people like here it is, here it is, here it is. Like it's like ooh, this is kind of exciting. This is kind of exciting. And then like Project Scorpio holiday 2017, no price given. And they're like, oh, everything that works now on your current Xbox One or Xbox S, it'll work on your Project Scorpio. So
It's a
just keep
very
waiting.
odd
Just
announcement.
keep waiting to buy an Xbox One if you haven't bought one yet. Because why
If
would
I
you
were,
want to waste your
if I were
money?
them, considering they were waiting to holiday next year anyway, I would have just waited until next E3.
Especially when you see how many games are coming out next year that are not out yet, or in August when the Xbox S comes out. Just saying. Or maybe just keep waiting and then like save up your money for a sweet Xbox 10 gaming PC because you could play all these games on that.
Especially when there was like no detail, like no like real details given on the console. It's like they should have just waited. There was no reason to even bother
Yeah,
announcing.
don't even show it.
They're
Yeah.
talking about like technical
that's-
specifications of like this many GPUs and this many teraflops and blah 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 blah. It'll be they're like and then like the slide they show is like most powerful console of all time. Blah, 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 blah. But then it's like
Oh yeah,
games, dude.
Spencer said
Games,
that
dude.
after that presentation as well. He's like, "Oh, this is the most powerful console ever to date." And they're like, what's gonna stop Sony from going? You know what? Let's just boost up the specs even
I was
more.
about to say, I was like,
Yeah, it's like I kind of fear that they have started this arms race that's just gonna escalate, and we're gonna be the victims. And then, like Miyazaki said, man, that the crash is coming. It's like, why would you want to like keep upgrading? Why would you A want to keep upgrading? B stop waiting? Because like if you're just like keep waiting, it's like maybe you're just like never like maybe you'll never stop waiting. And it's like oh, just like have one box and like I never upgrade because it's like they keep coming out. So it's like oh, just sell the ones they have, and who knows what's gonna cause. And then there's all like the weird part in that presentation was like we asked the developers and whatever what they wanted, and I was like wait. Then what was the Xbox One then? It's like we asked them what they wanted, and we just totally over-delivered. I was like,
you made something
what the?
completely
I
different.
was like, what the f was the Xbox One? Then it's like you finally like made what they wanted. Like, what the f was this console that you're trying to push? And then B,
Oh.
what is the Xbox S if it's not this thing that's like the god tier? I come down from the mountain, oh so powerful, whatever.
I mean, I think it's sort of clear that Xbox One was the console that Microsoft wanted,
Yeah.
Very true.
and few other people did. And then like what they were saying about that, like that is what the PS4 announcement was, right? It was like, oh, we went and talked to all the developers and asked them what they wanted,
Yep.
and then we made PS4. So it's sort of strange. Like I can sort of imagine if you're really, and I don't know what the opposite of thrifty is. If you were like
Thrifty.
not thrifty, then you would be like, oh, cool. It will work with all the games and accessories. So I'll go out in August, buy this actually kind of cheap $300 new Xbox One, and then use that for the next year and a half. And then when the new one comes out, I'll dump this one and get the new one and be able to keep all my stuff with it.
And then like the other thing was like that happened was like when they're talking like all the developers was like oh 4K visuals and blah 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 and I was like whoa dude whoa Tech doesn't have a 4K TV those things are expensive pass
Yeah, and like the penetration rate of 4K televisions in households are like we're barely getting into 1080p.
Pretty low, yeah.
Into households, so it's like 4K. That's like way out in the distance.
It's very strange.
it's like
and then
they'll be able to support 1080p 60 frames VR experiences but like they didn't even talk about their VR hardware so it's like
Yeah.
what's up with that and then like they just adds on to the cost of the hardware that you're showing or that you're currently talking about and giving no specifics about because they didn't say the price they just said holiday 2017 so it's like now it's just like a money pit that is like continually inflating as my fear of like what's going to happen here continues it's like oh
it was funny because like in the video the developers are talking about, yeah, with this kind of power, we don't have to compromise, which means that everything we just saw in the previous hour and a half has been compromised because it has to work on the Xbox One.
yeah and then like
and
and then
Xbox
because
One S.
it's like tethered to the old hardware it will never live up to this potential it's like good job guys
It's like-
good job.
So when do you start, like, maybe this is the new Xbox, and it's just like, yeah, 2017 begins our new generation, and all this stuff will still work, but going forward, none of the new Xbox One stuff will work on the old Xbox One.
Oh, that would be.
They didn't say
yeah,
that. They didn't say forward compatibility for the
That
current
would
one.
be
That's
train wreck.
That's the kicker. That's the kicker right there.
Tropical. Ooh, man. That
It's like what they're talking about with the hardware. Like, it is significantly more powerful than the Xbox One. So what are you going to do? You're just going to let it like sit on that performance?
We're just going to
like, we're not
upscale
gonna
it all.
You're not allowed to use it. We told them that to sell them this better box, but you can't use it because you'll alienate the rest of our.
Now,
our-
Frieza, you can't change forms yet. It's not time. Just keep waiting until like forever.
And like the obvious comparison with like the Neo that we actually know pretty detailed specs and stuff about. Like Neo is more powerful, but not like way more powerful than the current PS4. So conceivably, like you could have both of those side by side. It's like Neo ones perform better or have higher resolutions, but like those aren't really like huge benefits, I think, to players unless they really care about those things. But this one is like it sounds way more powerful.
Yeah.
So like why would you shackle that to your old hardware?
Because logic. That's why.
Oh man.
Yeah. So even if I was considering buying an Xbox One, I'm certainly not going to now because it's like, well,
It's like holiday 2017, maybe, but probably not, because maybe you'll show me something that'll be like, hey guys, even more powerful than Project Scorpio. But then it's like, what's even the point? Because it's like, you guys aren't even using this to like 100% of its capabilities. So it's like, unless you do what Tropical just said, and you're like, this is Sparta, and just like kick off all the Xbox One users pre-Scorpio of like, sorry, casual
It's like
filth
Xbox
peasants.
Scorpio is backwards compatible, but Xbox One and One S are not forwards compatible.
forwards compatible. Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Have
The
fun being left in the
unspoken.
dust.
And actually,
man.
we don't know about that actually, but that kind of, I mean,
But that's
why
like that's the
wouldn't
only way
you?
it would make sense though. It's like, why would you make such a powerful console and then like not use the full extent of the
Yeah.
hardware? That doesn't make any sense.
It defeats the purpose.
They might do. I'm just like speculating, but they might do. The PC version. If you have the Xbox One version, remember you have the PC version, so they'll just port the PC version to the Scorpio, and that's where you get your 4K visuals.
Could they do
I don't think it would stop them.
that? I could
Play.
work.
They say play anywhere, so hopefully they don't like renege their initiative there. But well, even then, it's like, why would you want to play the games you already played already?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if they're talking about using all the extra power in the most powerful console, those games won't work on far less powerful consoles.
Yeah.
And, like, offering a 4K resolution on currently available and, like, pre-Scorpio available games shouldn't be that hard if they're working on sort of like this Windows 10 universal Windows platform. Yeah. It's sort of it's a weird announcement to have out like right now.
Yeah, they shouldn't have had it until next year.
A year and a half away from the actual launch.
They should have just waited. It was not a good idea at all.
I mean, okay, so gamer, like you're the only one of us that has an Xbox One. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if I had one, today's announcement sort of hurt a lot because it's like, okay, I bought it at launch. It cost more. They told me I needed all this stuff. Then they took all that stuff away. Then they released a more like a better version, smaller, integrated power source. Like that is huge.
Yeah, it's a huge thing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want that big brick anymore. Thank you. and on top of that, like it costs potentially the same, like less than what I paid at launch. And then on top of that, like a year and a half from now, there will be another one which is way more powerful than any of these. Like, what is that like as an Xbox One owner?
Like, how do you feel, gamer? How do you feel?
I want to sell it. I want to sell my Xbox One because like every game you buy on Xbox One is available on PC. Well, on their store.
Actually,
whatever.
that's like, I think that's another key point is like, if you think about it, you don't even need an Xbox One. You can just play on PC. Like, you can be a PC gamer and play console games.
And you're still connected to
Yeah, and you still have Xbox Live,
Xbox.
and it's cross platform stuff. So it's like you don't even need like Xbox actually. So you could just like be like, peace out Xbox, PC only now.
Of course,
So-
as soon as I say Xbox, my Connect goes crazy. It's great.
It's like he's activating us. He's activating us.
Someone's saying our
Well,
name.
Yeah, that's like the thing. Is like I could just, even though my PC's garbage, I could just get like a $300 video card, slap it in there. Oh, I'm able to play Xbox One games, no problem.
Yeah.
Gears of War 4, Pirates, everything that's coming out is available on Xbox Windows 10. So, what's stopping me just from like ditching the console? Because there's practically no use for it except for backwards compatibility, where I could just bring my 360 out, same thing. So. I don't
Also,
know.
when you say sell your Xbox One, not to replace it, it's just like you don't need one. It's just all PC.
Yeah, because I don't need it from now until whatever the release. Because I already got my fill. Because I was waiting for Quantum Break. That was released. I played it. That was awesome. Okay, and then that's pretty much it. Because everything else from that here on forward is PC as well. So it's like I don't need to get the Xbox One version. So, yeah, I'm selling it.
Probably sell it before the price like drops dramatically, since now everybody's like,
Which
well,
is
now I
happening,
already
like,
know this
right
thing is
now.
coming. Yeah, I'm about to say, it's like,
Yeah,
well,
it's
I
like-
already know this stuff is coming. So
The name of this year's Microsoft E3 conference was Xbox Eject because get out while you can. Just go play on PC.
But I wonder if it's like something they're looking at where they're trying to get away from the box and then just trying to make sure Xbox as a service is just the one that survives, every generation. I mean, that's what they're alluding to. Like, it survives every generation. It's just like this entire brand, and just like you could play whatever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. Like, I don't know. Just
I think that's what all the brands are doing. Like, they're going to move away from the hardware, and it's all going to be about the platform, getting you connected to the platform. And so, from that perspective, you can kind of see where it does make sense to still make Xboxes, where it's like, because we're talking about buying a $300 video card, buying a $1,000 computer. It's like, not everyone can do that, and so if they do just want to play games, like $299 is far more affordable, and it gets you connected to that platform. And with like the cross generational thing, then it keeps you connected to the platform. Whereas before, they found with research is like there is no platform loyalty, and I think part of the reason to that was there was essentially like no backwards compatibility, or just like very poor backwards compatibility over the years. So, there was no reason to get a PS3 just because you had a PS2, because it didn't necessarily play PS2 games. You didn't necessarily get to keep your library. But now that you do, then it's like, well, I want to continue having a device that will play the stuff that that I already have.
yeah. So, what about you guys? You three guys, like, are you gonna pick up an Xbox down the line, or Xbox right now, or get the PC, like get your PC up and running?
It's like for me, it's like from what they showed, it's like there's no real reason. If Scorpio is like so far off, but it's so far powerful, it's like, why would I get anything until then? And then like even after then, it's like, well, maybe something will happen in the PC space where like specs are at or better that, which is probably not gonna happen because I've only been waiting for like the Steam machines to solve this problem for like 5 years, whatever. So it's like, hope maybe I could just I'll just be like, whatever, at least I can play some sweet Xbox exclusives that I can't play on PS4, and I'll just like finally, well, it'll probably like be time to upgrade my computer at that point anyway. So it's like, it probably just like at that, like, it's like, yeah, it's like I'm like basically abandoning the Xbox platform. It's like I will play those games on PC, but it's like I will never go back to like the console side of like the Xbox to like play anything on console. It's like I can just play it on PC, like with the way they have it now.
the Scorpio specs, they were saying what 4K at 60 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
And
PC
beyond.
graphics cards, like the newly released 1080 does not do that. Does not do 4K at 60. So they must have been. They're putting some heavy firepower in the test system.
Mhm.
And that's the thing, and who knows how much it's going to cost? It like depending on
Yeah, it's probably going to be expensive.
what they're going to put in there.
Mm.
Yeah, but then like Xbox S, they'll probably be like more than one version of it, so you can. Yeah.
Well, so can we buy Xbox S right now? Xbox
Yes.
One S.
Yes.
And it's like what do you get in the $299 one?
System and controller.
Your hopes and dreams crushed.
I don't think they include a game though. There's no game.
So as far as like the hard drive space and all that, that's I'm trying to search it. S. There we go. Okay, so the $299 that they said is a 500 gig hard drive. The 1 terabyte one is $349, and then a 2 terabyte one is $399.
What?
Well, I should've
Dude,
figured.
that is wow. Whatever.
That's not bad.
$3.99
So it's all
gamer.
hard drive.
$3.99. That's basically
2 terabytes. For 2 terabytes.
Yeah. For 2 terabytes for my PS4, I bought mine for like $100 or something. It was like not even
Yeah,
like.
That's
but plus,
$100.
but plus your
Think
console,
about
though.
think about what you're saying. It's $300 plus on.
Actually, it was like less than 100. It was like 80, 90. I have to look it up, but like I gave it to you when it's on sale. It's whatever. It's whatever. Extra $100. Whatever.
And this is the new controller, right? It said like rubberized grips, and it has Bluetooth in addition to Xbox Wireless.
That was also
Yeah.
weird when they showed like the refresh on
That was
the hard
weird, yeah.
controller.
So wait, is Bluetooth the connection or what?
I think
Or-
it
or is it-
uses either. So like Bluetooth, you would be able to use on say like your Windows PC, and then Xbox Wireless would be what it uses to connect to the Xbox One, probably. And
Oh, okay.
perhaps what they're talking about with accessories working in the future. Maybe they get rid of Xbox Wireless, and they're all going to be Bluetooth in the future.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it still goes back to the greater utility out of having like a super powerful PC. So, and it's not going to be $1,000, I think, to match an Xbox One. Definitely. Probably $600 for a new machine to like meet those specs. And then
Has to
that
be.
would be like better than anything that I have. So just like as a work computer as well, it would do more stuff, and I would just be able to do a lot more stuff rather than buying a dedicated gaming machine and just add to the backlog that I already can't play through. RPG. It comes down to games for you, right? You just have
Yeah.
no interest in any of them.
There's just no interest, so it's like that. It's not. It would not be. I would not be buying one anytime soon. So, yeah,
So
I-
not even Scalebound? Like that was the one that you were interested in, right?
it was, but it's not. I will not buy a console for one game. That is not happening. that is just not going to be a thing. So, yeah.
Because really, yeah, if $299 is pretty cheap, and that being the same price as a current Xbox One, and it's like, it does feel like a far better box. Not just in sort of technical output capabilities with the 4K and stuff like that, but it's also no power brick. Like
Yeah.
that is huge for me.
And like from the video, it's like, holy shit, is it that much smaller? Like 40% doesn't sound.
But
that
yeah, when
big,
they showed it, yeah, but
They showed it.
it'll shrink. I was like, that seems
So
a lot
yeah, it's
smaller.
practically a PS4. So that's hilarious.
Now I'm super
I
curious
would-
of like if they show Scorpio and it's like bigger, it's like come on guys.
It's back to this. It's back to
Yeah.
the size of the Xbox One.
It's like really guys, did you not think?
It's like 40%
They
larger.
wanted you to keep it slim.
And they're still worried about overheating, so it was just like over half of the surface area of the S is like ventilated with little holes.
I mean, they had that for the one.
Isn't the one like it just has vents, like sideways vents, or like sort of
On the
diagonal
side
vents
and
on
on
the
top.
sides?
On
Yeah.
the side and on top, yeah.
This one is just like pook, 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 pook.
And you
It's
could
like
you could
mesh.
put it vertical. Remember that was like one of the things. There's like, do not put your Xbox One in the vertical position.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like whatever Scorpio is going to be is also vertical orientation compatible.
Yeah. Well, so it's kind of funny that even after a press conference, you three guys are still like, nah. Still
The
nope.
only thing I like that they did was the arena thing, but then it's like it makes no sense to like go like jump on their ship because it's like I can play all the games on PC, so it's like, well, and I know like all this like hardware that's like so amazing is coming, and it's like why would I do that?
Yeah.
Not to
It's
mention,
like
I already
they're
own a current gen console, so it's like, well, we need to buy another one, not just
And
for
I've been
one
meaning to
game.
like
anymore.
get my backup PC, which already has Windows 10, and like put a better motherboard in it. So now it's like I have an incentive to like do a really good job when I do upgrade it to like make it up to spec, so I can play Xbox One stuff without having an Xbox One. It'll be great.
Yeah, like there are games that I'm interested in, but as far as buying the hardware, I don't know that it makes any more sense now. It may makes even less
I
sense
agree.
now
I think
because
it
they
makes less sense.
yeah, like before it was sort of like, oh, we have these exclusive games. Do I want to buy another console to play just those games? And now it's like we're bringing everything to Windows. It's like, well, I have Windows, so now I've sort of lost the incentive to buy the box. Now the question is like, okay, do I get the games and the hardware for my PC that I would need to run them? So yeah, like the box just like drops out of the conversation. It's like, well, there's no reason to get it anymore. Maybe that's different with Scorpio. Maybe, they announce a price and it's like, holy crap, that's like a super cheap price for that kind of capabilities. Maybe then it makes sense. But at this point, it's like, we don't know anything about that. So the current hardware is like, don't really see the need.
Yeah, I don't blame you guys. What can you do?
They
So
messed up too early.
So yeah, Sony tonight, Ubisoft next. I'm so giddy. So yeah.
Wait, what time is Ubisoft's conference?
like
30 more minutes.
30 minutes. Holy crap! Wow,
Oh, that's soon.
That's way soon.
that is way soon. New IP.
Need to get more food. Need to write some stuff.
Oh wait, isn't the games show
PC
supposed
game
to be
show?
on now?
Yeah, the PC gaming show is right now, I believe.
It's already.
I just
already
can't
happening.
find it. Maybe it's over.
Wow.
Hopefully.
I'll watch the highlights later. Or I'll try to find it later, I guess. 'Cause I think I watched it last year. I did.
Yeah, according to the YouTube thing, it says that the PC gaming show was at 2:00 Central. It's now 2:20, and it does not appear to be on the channel. Maybe this is the
Okay.
PC gaming show?
All right. Well, that was our get reactions to Microsoft's E3 2016 press conference. We'll definitely be back after Ubisoft, and then later Sony. Oh, I'm so pumped! I'm so pumped! Like, yeah, because like I'm not okay. This was like I would give this like a B. Did I say B plus earlier or B? B. I don't think I said B plus, but like a B. It was good. It was a good one. Like if you're a fan of Xbox, like you have stuff to be excited about. But then it's like the whole hardware situation is like, what the f, man? Like
Yeah.
that was like weird. So I'd give them a
I
solid
think
B.
it was actually a pretty decent show.
Yeah.
They showed a lot of games. Then they did like further in-depth gameplay demos of some of them. It would have been nice if there were more, so it's not like a perfect conference. Especially like things like Dead Rising. You show a trailer and then nothing, and you jump to the next thing. Like some of those were sort of jarring. But other than that, it's like, yeah, this is the kind of show I think we've come to expect from.
And I think they did show gameplay of everything that they did
sports
show.
TV.
It wasn't just like, oh, here's a CG trailer. No gameplay.
Yeah.
Or here's a behind the scenes look.
Ugh, dude,
People
yeah.
Yay.
It's like, or that game that we talked about last year, here's some actual gameplay, i.e. the Sea of Thieves, not some, oh, here's some more, let's talk about it, but not really show it. Ugh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, that part is like, oh, they did really well there. It's just, yeah, it's the question of, does this message make sense? And I think it does in a way, but I think Tekken's right. The theme is eject Xbox. Or Xbox, we're gonna make Xbox soft. We don't care about the hardware anymore. It's all about software.
Oh no.
Embrace the PC.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So yeah, until you hear from again, just Google us on Twitter. I mean, sorry, Google it. Wow. I just said that.
Google us.
That is not how Twitter works.
That is not how Twitter works, or the internet. But just Google us, Aimless Podcast, Aimless Bible Z. And until you hear from us again, we are now signing off.